Oh look, here's something that's generally regarded as being tanky. Let's see how we do, shall we? Oh, he's dead. See ya. G'day, this is Captainoob and we're playing Fallout 76 again. But not for any year because of me. I want a new car, so you better watch and you better watch all the ads or I'll kick your ass. Anyways, this is a fixer with 25% faster fire rate and 25% less VATS action point cost per shot. It's the Queen Killer. I hold the record for fastest Earl kill, fastest non-chemmed Queen kill. Ratty Star has the chemmed up Queen kill, but RNG crap, so yeah, no thanks. So he can have that record. I've got it where there's no RNG problems with Earl, but that was pre-patch. Now it is post-patch, and we don't get the damage that we used to get. And if you're not in the know, you don't actually know what happened. None of this multiplicative stuff happens anymore. It's all additive, which means we're going to get significantly less damage out of our weapons now. And the enemies have been beefed up a little bit, so everything's become a little bit more tanky. So, you know, Reddit are happy with the game because they're not one-shotting everything, because one-shotting everything equals bad game design. I'm going to try to not get agitated about the state of this game because, in fact, I don't like it, and I haven't liked it since. It's one of the reasons why I took a little bit of a break for the game, but my car needs me, so here I am. 54 damage, and if we chuck on these commando perks, which are now not multiplicative, they're additive, we're going to get significantly less. So much less. And, of course, I'm going to get the proper sneak thing set up, so basically get the covert operative perk on first, I think, and then Mr. Sandman on second, and you can get yourself a good sneak attack multiplier. Got 15 luck here, so that's good. That's different to what I originally had before we had the access to legendary perks. We've also got rank 3 of Tenderizer for charisma. From that, very, very nice. I'll show the legendary perks in a second. We're going to go with Bloody Mess, even though this does basically nothing these days. But I've got critical savvy, I've got better criticals, and that's probably all we need. Because with our luck being at 3 plus 15 base and all of my unyielding, I can get a crit every second shot. So basically, any more crit generation perks would be useless. So the extra 15% additive damage by Bloody Mess would be good. We're just not going to have serendipity. But we've got a suppressor in our weapon, so that should be fine. We've also got follow through for range sneak attack damage. That's there. It's not a weapon, not a damage thing you can count on, but it is nice when it happens, unless it flings a legendary over to where you can't reach it. And all of these are just to fill out extra perks so I can expand my perk base here. So I've got full perception, agility, and luck, and it allows me enough for intelligence, so my character isn't a dumbass, which is very nice. And I've got 3 charisma, so I can boost that thing. Now, 10%, that used to be multiplicative, so that's actually probably more powerful than all of these perks. Maybe not combined, but all of them individually. But if that's still multiplicative, that's good. I'm not sure whether that is multiplicative. I don't care, didn't ask if you want to tell me. But now we're doing 90 damage, and we are not in Nerd Rage yet, so we can push that up a little bit further. Okay, so now we're standing in this familiar spot once again. The lighting looks absolutely horrible, and we've got 162 damage, which is not quite double, but it's a fairly significant increase from 90. But this used to be all the way up to, what, 340? So huge nerf, but whatever, we'll manage, and you'll see. Okay, so here we are outside of the VF Commodore factory. Hopefully we'll be driving away in a Series 2 VF Calais, but I think our options and chances are slim. Anyways, so I'm not going to mess around with these super mutants. I'm just going to drop the hammer on them and kill them as fast as I possibly can. There's been a couple of changes since I've went through my almighty slumber and played a different game for about a month. It was a nice refresher. And I'm thinking that yeah, the VATS gun through perk has gotten significantly faster. Fuck you, Murmur. Dirt nap for you, mate. And yeah, we're done with these ones, so we'll just get this horrible looking pail out of the screen and then we'll keep on going to down here because there's not much really I can do. Oh, to double up on the legendary things. That's nice, isn't it? Also, you can't really wall hack with VATS anymore because there used to be like a split second where you could still fire at a target which you couldn't possibly hit. But now it just loses locks all the time, which I'm not used to, but you know, through gameplay and otherwise getting used to it, I'll probably figure out how to, you know, get it under muscle memory. But anyways, we're slaughtering them. Let's go inside and slaughter some more. Also, I probably should have mentioned that Nerd Rage seems to be... Wow, really? That was instant. It's like the second you take the... Like, the instant you take another shot, it locks onto a different target. Very, very nice. Yeah, people used to complain that Gunfu was slow. I always liked the functionality of it, but now we're not getting the multiplicative damage off of it anymore. The fact that it can just switch target instantly means it's... I mean, it was already a permanent thing in my rotation anyway, but it is going to be super mega ultra permanent now because it's really powerful. So is my build, and so is this rifle. I'm not breaking a sweat here. Well, I am. That's because you know, we're here nearing the Australian summer over here, and let me tell you, the CPU feels it. This thing, my rig's heated up quite a little bit. So this is basically going like it would pretty much pre-patch, except I'm using one additional shot per enemy, which, you know, despite people claiming it's not much of a difference, I'm still doubling my ammo expenditure for the same amount of kills. Not for the same amount of XP though, because we're getting a crap ton more of XP. And yeah, like 436 with intelligence boosted to how much it is. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And there's gonna be none of this serendipity nonsense, so we're going to have to manage to sneak super mutant demolishers. Yeah, they got new names now. When enemies have got different names in a higher level, it equals new content. Sorry. I'm gonna continue. Try really hard not to get salty about the damage nerf, but I'm kind of contradicting my words in the gameplay here because I'm still crushing everything. But you know, it's all about builds. They tried Turtus min-maxes, but versus stuff like this, no problem. We're gonna, you know, struggle and shoot 10,000 more bullets at a Scorch Beast Queen or a fucking Earl, but whatever. This is fine, I guess. Is it warranted? Probably. Was it better the way it was? Maybe. If I eventually do come around and say, hey, this damage nerf was good, it's probably time to take me out back and shoot me, but so far I'm not convinced. This lighting system sucks. Shut up, phone. Okay, time for a classic ghoul showdown, but it'll be cheesed with stealth. Also, I think there's another mole miner in here, so I'm very delighted to be slaughtering another murmur. Now, Gunfu is actually going to rip through these ghouls. That's so fast. Yeah, that's an improvement. There you go. I mean, broken clock is right twice a day, but still, right? They can make improvements if they feel like it here and there. I still see through shit like they're just extending out grind, so people play for longer hours and, you know, they get... Whoops. Poorly timed reload there. Not of any consequence. Look at that. I could probably just hold down the trigger because I've still got the muscle memory to, you know, once you kill stuff, just let go of the trigger, otherwise you'd be firing into nothing and then concentrated fire will mess up. Speaking of concentrated fire, that got nerfed. It was bugged for the longest time. One more dead murmur who doesn't aggro the ghouls for some reason. You know, as funny as it would be to watch a murmur get ripped apart by a giant ghoul fest, it is more satisfying to land the killing blow yourself. Plenty of suppressors crap at the moment. Huh. You can get the thing off your screen by going into VATS. I will remember this. And a deadly glowing one, so these guys are once looked as dangerous as they are, but I mean, almost for 1k damage. It's like we're hitting a damage cap there. Yeah, too easy. This build too strong. Came, I saw, I conquered. Let's move on. Okay, I remember these assholes. They've got, you know, high-tech laser weaponry despite being like drug addict weirdos, so, you know, that's cool. But, ooh, even those small little pikes can break a VATS lock on, but that's okay. We're just hopping around, bouncing around like a kangaroo on a barbecue, and just getting those VATS locks and then getting the wall hacks in. No problems here. Yeah, the penetrator perk exists in Fallout 76, but you gotta be a little bit more, I guess, in tune with what you're targeting. Now, some people probably complain that I'm using this in stealth all the time, so I'm gonna shoot Swan. I don't think he's got any rocks to throw at me, so as long as I keep out of his range, which should be easy because I've basically got flight powers, we'll just go ahead and, you know, mag dump him. Oh, he's got rocks. He failed to throw it, mind you, but yeah. So I could have done that, you know, got all of that XP for a significantly less bullets if I'm using stealth. So, you know, if I'm using stealth, it's for damage output and conservation purposes of bullets. So, no brainer there, but it still does alright without stealth, doesn't it? Health is a little bit on the low side at this point, and we've got some new variants of Mirelurks here that, I mean, they're exactly the same, they're just called different, have a higher different level, but the method of killing him is just kind of the same thing. And, ooh, does it look like the, oh dear. Okay, looks like the foliage actually hucks that. That's very disappointing. Anyway, so last monster we killed was Swan. We didn't use Fats, but now we will. Nah, it's less than a magazine. Hey, maybe I should post an OP build and, you know, use like shit like Through Hiker and Good with Salt. Yeah, that'll bring in the views. That'll give me a new car. All right, I'm confident that I can pull this off without having to heal once. So, you know, we'll just take out these 3 turds over here. We'll get some of that adrenaline going. I haven't peaked that adrenaline damage actually, so I'll make sure I got to do that, even though it's going to be, you know, significantly less than what it was pre-patch, but that's fine because we're killing him fast anyway. So at range, I feel like we're going to suffer a little bit simply because we've got a suppressor, and the reduced damage output means I can't just cross-map a Bats attack a thing like this anymore. I mean, when they get close enough, fine, easily done. And the recoil on this thing is still pretty strong, so basically use this in Bats all the time. A better non-Bats weapon would be a handmade. You get slightly less damage, but, you know, an amount of damage less that would probably not mean a whole lot, not super significant, unless you're, you know, going for 10 to 10 damage output, which you kind of want to do like that, but still, just crushing everything. Don't want to get too close to the, mate. Don't want to get too close to the fissure sites now because we'll start picking up rads and it's not desperately healthy at this kind of thing. There's a couple more dudes down there. Is there more numerous than expected here? I don't know. Where's that other one that usually spawns in the air? Maybe they already spawned and I didn't notice. So basically, concentrated fire at range is nowhere near as effective as it was because in 4 or 5 bullets you can't just get an instant 95% lock on, which is unfortunate, but come on, give me something. Shut up, Discord. Well, that's it. That was a Bloodied Firerate fixer. It still holds up, even with all of this damage nerf. The damage nerf applied to me and Tier after we killed these raid bosses in, you know, less than 30 seconds, and I guess to some extent Ratty too. So actually, fuck it. It's all Ratty's fault. Let's kill him. Let's kill him. All right. Links in the description. Check them out if you know, want to support me. You buy a loot box, Fallout loot box. If you like one of those, some cool merch at a discount. Discount codes there. In closing, I'd just like to say to you, if you use Through Hiker or Good with Salt, I'll break your fucking legs.